Are you a senior looking to improve your sleep and health? In this video, you'll discover simple nightly habits that can transform your well-being. The last tip is the most important. Don't miss it. I'm glad you're joining me today. We're going to talk about something incredibly important for our health, especially as we get older. We often focus on diet and exercise, but there's another piece of the puzzle that is just as critical. It's a part of our day that we might not think about very much. I'm talking about the last hour before you go to sleep. What you do during this time can have a profound impact on your physical health, your mental clarity, and your overall well-being. It can truly set the stage for how you feel the next day. Many seniors I speak with tell me they struggle with sleep. They might have trouble falling asleep, or they wake up frequently during the night. Some feel tired and groggy in the morning, even after a full 8 hours in bed. These issues are common, but they are not a normal part of aging that you simply have to accept. Often, the root cause lies in the simple habits we practice right before our heads hit the pillow. These small, seemingly harmless actions can disrupt our body's natural sleep cycle, leading to a cascade of negative effects that extend far beyond just feeling tired. Think about your own bedtime routine for a moment. What does it look like? Do you watch television? Do you scroll through news or social media on your phone? Perhaps you enjoy a late-night snack or a cup of tea. These activities might seem relaxing on the surface, but they could be sending the wrong signals to your brain. Your body has an internal clock, a beautiful and intricate system that tells it when to be alert and when to wind down. The choices we make in the evening can either work in harmony with this clock or fight directly against it, making a restful night's sleep feel like an impossible goal. In our discussion today, we are going to shine a light on this crucial period. I want to help you understand how your pre-sleep habits are shaping your health. More importantly, I'm going to reveal 3 specific things that many people, especially seniors, do before bed that they should stop right away. By identifying and changing these few key behaviors, you can unlock the door to deeper, more restorative sleep. This isn't about a complete life overhaul. It's about making small, targeted adjustments that can lead to significant improvements in how you feel every single day. Let's get started on this journey together. Why does this matter so much? Getting a good night's sleep is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity. When you sleep, your body is hard at work. It's a time for repair and restoration. Your brain sorts through the day's information, consolidating memories, clearing out toxins that build up during waking hours. Your cells repair themselves. Your muscles recover. Your immune system strengthens. For seniors, this nightly maintenance process is even more critical. It helps protect against memory loss. It supports heart health, and it maintains a strong defense against illness. Poor sleep interrupts this vital work. The consequences of consistently poor sleep are serious and wide-ranging. It's not just about yawning through your morning coffee. Chronic sleep deprivation can increase your risk for a number of health problems: high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, obesity. It can weaken your immune system, making you more susceptible to infections. Furthermore, it has a significant impact on your mental and emotional health. It can lead to problems with concentration, mood swings, increased anxiety, and a higher risk of depression. A good night's sleep is one of the most powerful tools you have to protect your health. The good news is that you have more control than you think. You don't need expensive gadgets or complicated programs to improve your sleep. The solution often begins with subtraction, not addition. It starts with removing the obstacles that are standing in your way. In this video, I will guide you through 3 common but damaging habits that might be part of your current routine. I will explain exactly why they are so disruptive to your sleep and your health. I'll break down the science in a simple, direct way so you understand the why behind the advice. Knowledge is power, and understanding these connections is the first step. So, I invite you to stay with me. The information I am about to share could be a game changer for you. We will identify 3 key things you should stop doing before bed, starting tonight. By making these simple changes, you can pave the way for a peaceful transition into sleep. You can help your body and brain perform their essential nightly duties without interference. The promise is not just about sleeping better, it's about living better. It's about waking up feeling refreshed, thinking more clearly, and having the energy to enjoy your days to the fullest. Let's uncover these 3 mistakes together. All right, let's dive into the first, and perhaps most common mistake many of us make before bed. We are going to talk about something that is likely within arm's reach of you right now. I'm referring to electronic devices, television, computer, tablet, and especially your smartphone. In our modern world, these screens have become a constant presence. We use them to connect with family, to read the news, or to unwind with a favorite show. Bringing them into your bedroom at night is a serious problem for your sleep. It's the first habit we need to address. You might be thinking, but Grace, watching a little TV helps me relax. On the surface, it feels passive and calming. However, the light emitted from these screens is sending a powerful, disruptive signal to your brain. This light, particularly blue wavelength light, is a trickster. It mimics the brightness of daylight. Before we continue, I'd love to hear from you. Please comment below and tell us where you're watching from, and what's one thing you usually do before bed. Your answers help us connect as a community and learn from each other. Staring at a screen in a dark room tells your brain it's the middle of the day. That confuses your internal clock, the circadian rhythm. This confusion interferes with a crucial sleep hormone, melatonin. Your brain produces melatonin as darkness falls. Blue light acts like a stop sign for melatonin production. It suppresses release and keeps you alert instead of winding down. You might lie in bed tired but wired, unable to drift off even after turning off the screen. Your brain thinks it's awake, not asleep. Even if you nod off, sleep quality suffers. Lighter, fragmented sleep all night. You may wake more often and miss deep, restorative sleep. Checking your email or scrolling through social media in bed is actively robbing you of the quality rest your body and brain need to function well. Let's look a little closer at what this blue light does to a senior's brain specifically. As we age, our eyes naturally change. The lens can yellow, which actually filters some blue light. However, we also become more sensitive to the disruptive effects of light at night. Our own production of melatonin tends to decrease with age, making us more vulnerable to anything that suppresses it further. So, while a younger person might be able to get away with a little late-night screen time, watching stressful news reports. It's like pouring water on an already dwindling fire that you are trying to keep lit. This isn't just about feeling groggy. The consequences for cognitive function are very real. The deep sleep that is disrupted by blue light is essential for memory consolidation. This is the process where your brain takes short-term memories from the day and files them away for long-term storage. When this process is repeatedly interrupted, you may start to notice issues with your memory and find it harder to learn new things. You might feel more forgetful or experience that frustrating brain fog during the day. This isn't an inevitable part of aging. It is often a direct result of poor quality sleep, and screen time is a major culprit. Furthermore, the content you consume on these devices matters. Watching stressful news reports, getting into a heated political discussion online, seeing an exciting action movie can activate your body's fight or flight response. This releases stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline. These are the exact opposite of the relaxation hormones you need for sleep. They increase your heart rate. They raise your blood pressure. they make your mind race with thoughts and worries. You are essentially putting your nervous system on high alert right at the moment when it should be calming down for the night, creating a perfect storm for insomnia. So we have a two-pronged attack on your sleep. First, the blue light from the device is telling your brain it's daytime, suppressing the sleep hormone melatonin. Second, the content you're engaging with is often stimulating your mind and your stress response, making it physically and mentally difficult to relax. It's a powerful combination that works directly against your body's natural desire to rest and repair. Understanding this double impact is key to realizing why putting away your phone or turning off the TV is one of the most powerful first steps you can take for better health and a sharper mind. Now, I know that breaking this habit can be difficult. Our devices are designed to be engaging, even addictive. The constant notifications, the endless scrolling, the promise of one more video. It can be hard to pull away, but it is possible, and the rewards are immense. Create a screen-free buffer zone before bed. Start modest. Aim for 60 minutes. If that's too much, start with 30 minutes. Be consistent and create a new ritual. Treat the last hour as sacred winding down time. Disconnect from the digital world and reconnect with yourself. What can you do instead? Listen to calming music. Try an interesting podcast. Read a chapter of a physical book. Or flip through a magazine under a soft, warm light. Do gentle stretching or practice a few simple yoga poses. These help release physical tension. Or do simple, meditative tasks. Tidy the kitchen or prepare your clothes for tomorrow. These can be calming parts of your pre-sleep routine. Change your environment to support this habit. Make your bedroom a no-screen zone. Charge your phone in another room, the kitchen, or the living room. If you use your phone as an alarm, get a simple old-fashioned alarm clock. It's easier to resist temptation when the phone isn't on your nightstand. Moving the phone creates a physical barrier protecting your sleep. Progress, not perfection. If you slip up and scroll in bed, don't be discouraged. Acknowledge it and get back on track the next night. Build the habit over time. Ending your day without a screen sends a message to your brain and body. It's time to rest, repair, and rejuvenate. That change can transform your sleep, leading to more energy, better focus, and a brighter mood the next day. Now that we have put our screens away, let's talk about the second major mistake I see many seniors make before bed. This one happens in the kitchen, eating a large, heavy meal or indulging in certain types of snacks too close to bedtime. Many people enjoy a late dinner or a substantial snack while watching TV in the evening. It can feel comforting and satisfying, but this habit forces your body to perform a very active, demanding task, digestion, at the exact time it should be powering down for the night. Your digestive system kicks into high gear. Stomach acid is produced to break down the food. Your metabolism increases to process nutrients and calories. That process generates heat and energy. It's like asking your body's engine to rev up just as you're trying to park it in the garage for the night. This can lead to physical discomfort that keeps you awake. You might experience indigestion, heartburn, acid reflux, especially when you lie down. This discomfort can prevent you from falling asleep or wake you during the night. Timing of meals also regulates your internal clock, your circadian rhythm, eating signals activity, and energy use. A large late meal sends a confusing message out of sync with darkness that can delay sleep and throw your 24-hour cycle off balance. Even the types of food you choose can be problematic. Heavy foods, fatty foods, fried foods, spicy foods, sugary snacks, desserts, sugar spikes, then crashes can interfere with sleep hormones and wake you at night. Finish your last big meal at least 3 hours before bed. Give your body time to complete digestion before you ask it to rest. Let's move from solid foods to liquids, because what you drink in the evening is just as important. The most obvious culprit here is caffeine. Many of us associate caffeine with our morning coffee, but it hides in many other places. It's in tea, even some herbal-sounding ones like green tea. It's in soft drinks, chocolate, and even some pain relievers. As we get older, our bodies become slower at processing and clearing caffeine from our system. A cup of coffee you drink in the late afternoon could still be having a significant stimulating effect when you're trying to go to sleep many hours later. It's a sneaky stimulant that can linger far longer than you think. Caffeine works by blocking the action of adenosine, a chemical in your brain that naturally builds up during the day and promotes sleepiness. By blocking adenosine, caffeine keeps you feeling alert and awake. This is great for the morning, but it's a disaster at night. It makes it harder to fall asleep. It also reduces the amount of deep sleep you get. Even if you sleep 7 or 8 hours, you'll wake up feeling less refreshed because the quality of that sleep was poor. To protect your rest, make a firm rule. No caffeine of any kind after 2 p.m. Now, let's talk about another popular evening beverage, alcohol. Many people believe that a glass of wine or a beer before bed helps them relax and fall asleep faster. Alcohol is a sedative and can initially make you feel drowsy, but it's a deceptive sleep aid. The problem is what happens later in the night. As your body metabolizes the alcohol, the sedative effect wears off and can lead to a rebound. Your sleep becomes much lighter and more fragmented during the second half of the night. You're more likely to wake up frequently and have trouble getting back to sleep. This disruption from alcohol is particularly damaging to your REM sleep. REM, or rapid eye movement sleep, is crucial for emotional regulation, memory processing, and learning. Suppressing REM with alcohol can leave you feeling mentally foggy, irritable, and emotionally unbalanced the next day. That nightcap might help you fall asleep, but it's stealing the most mentally restorative stages of sleep. If you enjoy alcohol, have it with dinner and allow several hours before bedtime, rather than using it as a sleep aid. So, what is the right approach to food and drink before bed? The goal is not to go to bed starving, as that can also keep you awake. A rumbling stomach can be just as disruptive as an overly full one. The key is to find a balance. The ideal strategy: have your main dinner about 3 to 4 hours before sleep. This gives your digestive system time to do its job without interfering with your body's transition into rest mode. This timing reduces issues like heartburn and indigestion at night. If you feel hungry closer to bedtime, a small light snack is fine. The trick is to choose the right kind of snack. A small handful of almonds is a great choice. A small handful of walnuts is a great choice. They contain magnesium, a mineral that can help calm the nervous system. A small banana provides magnesium and potassium to help prevent cramps. A little bit of oatmeal provides complex carbohydrates. A piece of whole wheat toast provides complex carbohydrates. Hydration is important, but don't drink so much you'll be up all night. Taper your fluid intake in the evening. Instead of coffee, black tea, or alcohol, opt for a beverage that promotes relaxation. A warm cup of chamomile tea is a classic, effective choice. Chamomile is known for mild sedative properties that help you feel calm and sleepy. Peppermint tea can soothe the stomach. A glass of warm milk contains tryptophan. These warm, comforting drinks can become a sleep-friendly nightly ritual. Think of your pre-bed intake as soothing your body into rest, not giving it a job to do. Finish dinner earlier. Avoid stimulants like caffeine. Avoid deceptive sedatives like alcohol. Choose a light, smart snack if needed. You're aligning your digestive system, your nervous system, and your hormonal system. This helps you wake up feeling genuinely rested, energized, and ready for the day ahead. We've turned off our screens and finished our last meal. Now we arrive at the third and perhaps the most challenging bedtime mistake. This one doesn't involve a device or a drink. It takes place entirely within our own minds. I am talking about the habit of taking your worries, your anxieties, the stresses of the day to bed with you. It's that moment when your head hits the pillow, the world outside goes quiet, and suddenly your mind starts racing. You replay conversations. You worry about your family. You fret over finances. You feel anxious about your health. This mental churn is incredibly detrimental to sleep. This experience is what I call cognitive arousal. While your body might be tired and ready for rest, your mind is wide awake and on high alert. This mental activity stimulates your brain in a way that is completely opposed to the process of falling asleep. Sleep requires a state of mental quiet and relaxation, a gentle letting go. When your mind is busy analyzing, planning, and worrying, it's impossible to achieve that state. You are essentially creating a noisy, active environment inside your head, making it a place of turmoil rather than a sanctuary for rest. It's like trying to sleep in the middle of a loud, stressful meeting. For many seniors, this can become a powerful and frustrating cycle. You worry about not being able to sleep, and that very worry is what keeps you awake. This is a condition known as psychophysiological insomnia. The anxiety about sleep itself becomes the primary obstacle to achieving it. You might find yourself dreading bedtime. This pattern can be incredibly difficult to break on your own, as the more you try to force your mind to shut down, the more active and resistant it often becomes, digging you deeper into a hole of wakeful anxiety. It's crucial to understand that this is not a personal failing. An active mind is a sign of an engaged life. However, we must learn how to create a boundary between our active, problem-solving day and our quiet, restorative night. The last hour before bed should be a time dedicated to gently escorting these worries out of your mind, or at least setting them aside until morning. Allowing them to follow you into your bedroom is like inviting your biggest stressors to lie down beside you. In our next section, we will explore exactly how this mental stress takes a physical toll on your body, preventing the deep rest you need. When your mind is racing with worry and stress, it's not just a mental experience. Your brain responds to these perceived threats by triggering a very real and very physical reaction in your body. It activates the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response. This ancient survival mechanism would prepare your ancestors to confront a predator. Even worrying about a doctor's appointment or a family disagreement can trigger the same response. Your body reacts as if the threat is immediate and physical. This is the opposite of the rest and digest state needed for sleep. The fight or flight response unleashes stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline. These chemicals prep your body for action. Heart rate increases. Blood pressure rises. Breathing becomes faster and more shallow. Muscles tense up, ready to spring. High alert and vigilance. Lying in bed with an elevated heart rate and tense muscles, sleep feels impossible. Your body is set for battle, not restorative sleep, so falling asleep becomes an uphill climb. This tension doesn't just stop you falling asleep, it damages sleep quality too. Elevated stress hormones can persist through the night, blocking deep, restorative sleep. You get stuck in lighter stages. More frequent awakenings follow. You may wake up just as tired as when you went to bed, with sore muscles and a heavy exhaustion, because your body never stood down. Over time, chronic nighttime stress has serious consequences. Elevated cortisol levels, high blood pressure, increased risk for heart disease, weaken the immune system, contribute to weight gain. It also creates a vicious cycle. Poor sleep. More daytime stress, worse sleep the next night. Breaking the cycle isn't just about feeling better in the morning. It's about protecting long-term physical and cardiovascular health from chronic stress. So, how do we break this cycle? How do we convince a racing mind to quiet down and allow the body to rest? The key is not to fight the thoughts, but to gently guide your mind toward a calmer state. One of the most powerful techniques is to establish a worry time earlier in the evening. Set aside 15 to 20 minutes, perhaps right after dinner, to sit down with a pen and paper. Write down everything that is on your mind. List your worries. List your to-do items for the next day. List any problems you need to solve. This act of externalizing your thoughts can be incredibly liberating. Once you have your list, you can close the notebook. Tell yourself, I have acknowledged these concerns. They are safe on this paper, and I will deal with them tomorrow. This simple ritual creates a clear boundary. It gives your worries a designated time and place. It prevents them from spilling into your rest time. By giving your brain a chance to process earlier, you reduce ambush-style thoughts at bedtime. It's like cleaning out a cluttered room before you relax in it. Another powerful tool is to introduce a simple relaxation practice into your pre-sleep routine. Deep breathing is one of the easiest and most effective methods. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your belly rise. Hold the breath for a count of 7. Exhale slowly and completely through your mouth for a count of 8, making a gentle whooshing sound. This 4-7-8 breathing technique activates your relaxation response, lowering heart rate and calming the mind. You might also explore guided meditation or progressive muscle relaxation. There are many free resources available online or through apps. Progressive muscle relaxation involves tensing different muscle groups, then releasing them to let go of tension. These practices are skills that improve with consistent practice. Incorporate 10 minutes nightly to train your brain and body toward deep tranquility, paving the way for peaceful sleep. Before we continue, I want to take a short break from our main discussion. We've covered a lot of important information so far. We've talked about the disruptive glow of electronic screens. We've discussed late-night meals and the wrong kinds of drinks that can throw your body off balance. We've just explored the racing mind at bedtime. These are significant hurdles. I want to pause to connect with each of you watching right now. I truly appreciate you spending this time with me today to focus on your health and well-being. I'm sitting here in my studio. I wonder where you are as you watch. Living room with a cup of tea, kitchen table in the morning, comfortable chair in your study. This technology lets us connect from all over the world. Simple world map with glowing pins. I have a small request. Please take a moment to leave a comment below and tell me where you're watching from. New York, Chicago, English countryside, Australia, Canada, India, the Philippines, or anywhere else on this wonderful planet. Reading your comments helps me feel connected to you, the community we are building. It turns a one-way broadcast into a two-way conversation. We are in this together. Swami Dim Sin for Yi. Striving for healthy, happy lives as we age. It's inspiring to see how far this message reaches. So please type your city, state, or country. Short is fine. Hello from Florida, watching from London. It helps everyone see we are not alone. A small action, but it weaves us together. I'll be looking forward to your comments and the incredible diversity of places you call home. A powerful reminder, the desire for good health and restful sleep is universal. Now that you've told me where you're from, I have another question for you. And this one is a bit more personal. We've been talking about bedtime routines and the mistakes we often make. I've shared my perspective as a doctor, but I know that the most valuable insights often come from real life experience. Your experience. So I would love to hear from you about your own nightly rituals. What is one thing you typically do in the hour before you go to sleep? There's no right or wrong answer here, and there is certainly no judgment. This is simply a space for us to share and learn from one another. Perhaps your routine is something you've been doing for years, a habit that brings you comfort. Maybe you always watch the late night news, or you enjoy a bowl of ice cream as a treat. You might spend time on the phone catching up with your children or grandchildren before you turn in for the night. Or maybe you already have a very sleep-friendly routine, like reading a book or listening to quiet music. Whatever your habit is, sharing it can be incredibly helpful. It can help others recognize their own patterns, and it can start a wonderful discussion about what works and what doesn't for different people. Your comments are so important because they can help someone else who might be struggling. If you found a specific technique that helps you quiet your mind, like journaling, or a specific type of herbal tea, please share it. Your personal tip could be the one thing that another viewer tries tonight that finally helps them get a better night's sleep. On the other hand, if you realize that you've been making one of the mistakes we've discussed, like scrolling on your phone in bed, sharing that can be powerful too. It lets others know that they are not the only ones and can encourage them to make a change alongside you. So please, head down to the comments section again. Let our community know. What does your bedtime routine look like? And if you found any of the information in this video helpful so far, please consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with a friend or family member who might also benefit. When you engage in these ways, you help the video reach more seniors who need this information. Your participation truly makes a difference. Thank you for opening up and sharing your stories. Now, let's get back to it and talk about the positive things we can do to build a better bedtime routine. We have spent a good amount of time discussing what not to do before bed. We've talked about putting away the glowing screens that trick our brains into staying awake. Now, I want to shift our focus entirely to the positive. Let's talk about what you can do. The goal is to replace disruptive habits with calming rituals that signal rest. Let's reimagine that last hour before bed. Think of it as your personal wind-down period, a sacred transition to a peaceful night. Create a sanctuary of calm. Swap screens for a physical book or magazine. Soft, reflected page light is gentler on melatonin than backlit screens. Pick something enjoyable but not stimulating. A gentle novel, a book of poetry, a magazine about a favorite hobby. Avoid thrillers or dense nonfiction that might get your mind racing. Turning physical pages can be meditative, pulling your focus away from the day's worries and helping your mind unwind. Fill your space with the right sounds. Music shapes mood and physiology. Sleepy playlist, calming instrumental, classical pieces, ambient nature, sounds like gentle rain or ocean waves, audiobooks, podcasts. Choose a soothing narrator and a relaxed story, not suspense. Listening lets your eyes rest and helps your mind drift towards sleep. Use quiet, simple activities to close the day. Gentle stretching. Release tension from your neck, shoulders, lower back. 10 minutes tidying the kitchen or laying out your clothes for the next morning. Small orderly tasks calm the mind and provide closure. Choose actions that are repetitive, low effort, and personally soothing. This ritual cues your whole body that rest is coming. Now, let's revisit the kitchen. Talk about positive replacements for heavy late-night meals and disruptive drinks. We know a big meal before bed is a mistake, but going to bed hungry can also keep you up. The solution is the small, smart, sleep-promoting snack. A fantastic story comes from one of my patients, Eleanor. For years, she woke up in the middle of the night. She started a small bowl of oatmeal with a few sliced almonds about 90 minutes before bed. Complex carbs helped her. Magnesium helped too. She felt satisfied and slept through the night for the first time in years. Let's build on that with other practical ideas. A small banana is a powerhouse. It contains potassium and magnesium. A handful of walnuts is another excellent choice. Natural melatonin. Whole grain toast with a tiny smear of almond butter can be effective. These snacks give a slow release of energy and prevent overnight blood sugar crashes. For beverages, switch from stimulation to relaxation. Create an evening ritual around a warm, comforting drink. Chamomile tea is the champion. It contains apigenin, which may decrease anxiety and initiate sleep. Peppermint tea can be very soothing for the digestive system. Or try a warm cup of milk, dairy, or almond, which contains tryptophan. The ritual matters as much as the drink. Slowly sip your warm beverage in a calm setting. Don't gulp it while doing something else. Sit in your favorite chair. Feel the warmth of the mug. Inhale the gentle aroma. This mindful practice signals your body the day is winding down. Replace late-night wine or caffeinated tea with this soothing ritual. And you're nourishing your body for deep, restorative rest. Finally, let's build a positive practice to replace the habit of taking worries to bed. We need to create a deliberate ritual for quieting the mind. One of the most effective strategies I have shared with patients is the brain dump, or what I like to call the gratitude and grievances journal. A gentleman named Robert found this transformative. Every evening, about an hour before bed, he would sit down and write 2 lists. On one side of the page, he wrote every worry or to-do item buzzing in his head. That got them out of his mind and onto the paper. On the other side, he wrote 3 specific things he was grateful for. A pleasant phone call with his daughter, the taste of his morning coffee, the beauty of a bird outside his window. This practice did 2 things. It acknowledged and contained his anxieties. It also forced him to shift focus toward the positive. Over time, the gratitude list felt more powerful than the worry list, changing his mindset as he prepared for sleep. Writing gave his mind closure and peace. Another powerful ritual is simple, guided mindfulness. You don't need to be a meditation expert. Lie down in your bed. Turn off the lights. Bring your attention to your body. Start with your toes. Notice how they feel. Tell them to relax and let go. Move your attention to your feet, ankles, calves, and so on, up to the top of your head. This body scan meditation pulls your mind away from looping anxious thoughts and anchors you in present physical sensations, promoting deep relaxation. Lastly, harness the power of your breath. Your breath is a direct remote control for your nervous system. When stressed, your breathing is shallow and rapid. Slow it down to send a signal of safety and calm. The 4-7-8 technique is perfect here. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Do this for 3 to 5 cycles. As you exhale, imagine breathing out the tension and worries of the day. This simple act can lower heart rate and blood pressure, creating ideal conditions for peaceful, deep slumber. We have covered a great deal of ground today. I want to sincerely thank you for investing this time in your health. We started by understanding just how critical a good night's sleep is for our physical health, mental clarity, overall vitality, especially as we get older. We then identified 3 common but damaging bedtime mistakes: the disruptive glow of electronic screens, ill-timed heavy meals, and stimulating drinks, a racing, worried mind at bedtime. These small habits create obstacles to restorative rest. But our journey didn't stop there. We explored practical, powerful replacements. Swap screen time for reading a book, listening to calming music, or quiet, mindful activities. Nourish your body with light, sleep-promoting snacks, and soothing, warm beverages like chamomile tea. Use simple techniques, journaling, deep breathing to quiet your mind and release worries. These are gentle, targeted adjustments, not drastic changes. You have more control over your sleep than you might believe. It's not about perfection overnight. It's one small step at a time. Perhaps tonight, charge your phone in the living room. Maybe tomorrow, try a cup of herbal tea instead of late-night news. Or take 5 minutes to write down your thoughts before bed. Each small change is a victory, a step forward. Be patient and compassionate with yourself as you build new rituals. Your journey to better sleep starts with a single night. It can be tonight. Thank you for being here and for your engagement in the comments. I hope this helps you unlock deep, restorative sleep. I'm Dr. Grace, wishing you peaceful nights and energized days ahead. Be well.